Hi, today we're going to be learning about exponents. Now the first question is, what is an exponent? Well, an exponent is a shorthand for a repeated multiplication of the same thing by itself. So as you see here, here is the base, which is the x, and the exponent would be the little y that's up in the right hand corner. Okay, now for the basics. When you have a normal exponent, 2 to the third power, it's simple. You simply times 2 3 times. So it'd be 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. Now, what if the base has a negative in it? Well, you do the same thing, but with negative 2. So it'd be negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4, and then positive 4 times negative 2, which is negative 8. So a really simple rule is, if you see a negative as a base and the exponent is an odd number, the answer is always negative. Now the next one is really simple. Whenever 0 is the exponent, then that equals 1. Simple as that. Now for something intermediate. Okay, let's say you have a problem x squared times x to the third power. Well, what you would do is you would add the exponents equaling x to the fifth power. Now what if you have an exponent outside of parentheses of one that already has an exponent in it? Simple. You times the exponents, giving you an answer like this, x to the 16th power. And for the next one is even simpler. If you have one variable divided by another, and you have an exponent outside of parentheses, then you distribute, giving you x to the third power over y to the third power. Now for something a little hard, but it's not actually that hard. Let's say you have a negative as the exponent. Well, what you would do is you would imagine that there's ones in front of the x and under the x, because there is. And so what you would do is, it looks like a fraction now, right? And so it would equal 1 over x4, because you simply move the x negative 4 down to the denominator, and it becomes positive. Now, what if there's a negative already in the fraction like this? Then you do the same thing. You put in the ones, and instead of putting the negative in the denominator, you put it on top. And then you would do the same thing you did in the intermediate problems, which would be add x squared plus x to the x cubed, which equals x to the fifth power. All right, well, there's a little quick lesson on exponents, and I hope you learned something.